Okay, very good. So you put the glass frog is see-through? Excellent. Very nice. Miss Bird, what did you put? Glass frogs are transparent. Good job. What did you put, Noah? Glass frogs live in trees. Could you even add some information to that? In the rainforest. Very good. The trees of the rainforest. You could even add that little phrase. Moran, what did you write? Oh, I love it. You can see their heartbeat through their skin. I love it. Abby, what'd you write?
Glass frogs lay their eggs on trees.
Very good. Glass frogs lay their eggs on a leaf in a tree. Even if you wanted to add some Paxton, what did you write? Very good. You can see glass frog's heart and lungs, and which from where? Above? From underneath, right? Could you add that to your sentence? You could add, from below, from underneath. Very good. All right, we're getting our brains warmed up about those glass frogs. Oh, are you sorry, Miss Aubin? we gotta fix that. I'm so sorry. I also need to make you co-host so we don't do this thing later where you can't get what you want. All right. So on that page, what I'd like you to do is here's you've written your thing that you added. And then what pages did that come from? We got to use our source. Lyric, where did we get that information? Do you remember? You're so close. That was a good try, Miss Lyric. Very good memory. 32 and 33. So make sure you include that. Again, we're on page 61 for those of you who may have just joined me. We were just getting our brains warmed up about what we learned about glass frogs yesterday. We added something in what we learned, and we know it's from the same book, pages 32 and 33, because we are becoming experts, and experts are, yes, ma'am.
Logan had his hand up.
Oh, yes. Yes, Logan, definitely. What did you add to your paper?
You can see through glass frogs' eggs.
Ooh, can you say that one more time a little bit louder? I'm so sorry, sweetie.
You can see through glass frogs' eggs.
You can see through glass frogs' skin, right? Very good. Excellent. All right, everybody should have something new added to that paper for me. Very nice. All right, we are going to, and I want you to continue to think about what am I learning as I'm going through, because we're becoming experts. We're going to be writing a lot. In fact, we're writing today about glass frogs. So the more that you can get your brain warmed up about that, the better. All right, got to get to my presentation. All right. I'm going to go ahead and close that, and hopefully I won't need it. All right. I don't know why it's blank. There it is. Whew. Everything's taking a while to think today. All right. Adaptations in the wide world of frogs. I'm going to get rid of one more thing here. There we go. All right. I would like us today, so I got your brains warmed up. I would like you to turn in your workbook to page, this is your exit ticket from yesterday's work. So it is on page 83. 83 in your workbook. I gotta find mine. There it is. Of course. Page 83. We're gonna quickly answer some questions on what we read yesterday, and then we'll go through and we'll organize some of what we learned, and then we're gonna write about it. All right, part A. According to pages 32 and 33, why is the glass frog so hard to see? A, it keeps its skin moist. B, it blends in with its surroundings. C, it lays eggs on leaves hanging over water. So make a choice. Make a choice of A, B, or C. We're on page 83, friends. All right. And then, can my friends at home? Yes, Ben. Ben, do you have an answer? Are you trying to give me an answer? Okay, hold that thought just 1 second. All right, I will call on you. Just hold that thought for, I'm glad you're ready to rock. All right, give me if you're at home, give me a thumbs up so I can see that you have an answer. Thank you, Haley. Thank you, Jensen. Thanks, Astria. Thank you, Leo. Thank you, Logan. Good job. Who else do I have today? Charlie. I've got Charlie. All right. Okay, Ben, which one do you think it is?
I picked B.
B. So again, it says, why is the glass frog so hard to see? It keeps its skin moist. Is that why it's hard to see? No, it's not. It's not A. So it blends in with its surroundings. If something blends in, is it hard to see? Yes, so I'm pretty sure it's B. I think Ben is right, but let's read C, double check it. It lays eggs on leaves hanging over water. Does that have anything to do with being hard to see?
No.
No. So you are right, Ben. Nice job. It is B. So one of those things that are hard sometimes is when we have those kinds of questions, were all three of those things true? Were all of those things true? Yes, all of those were facts that were true about the glass frog. But you have to make sure you look and see what is the question asking. It wasn't just asking about glass frogs. It was asking why it's hard to see. If you just read the first one and said, oh yeah, skin's moist and circled it, would you have done yourself a disservice? No. Yeah, you would have not gotten to see that that's, even though that's a fact, it's not the right one. All right, B, which piece of evidence from pages 32 to 33 supports the answer to part A? You guys are getting pretty good at this. So remember the word evidence. Evidence is what we can point to, right, in the text to answer the question explicitly, right? We know that when we are using the text, we can point right to that part. So which one of these would we point to? This little frog hangs on leaves with tiny round-ended toes that seem almost to melt into the leaf. B, at such a height, the trees are covered with clouds all year round. Or C, when the tadpoles hatch, they drop down. What? Everybody pick one. Pick which one you think goes with this answer. Which one proves that your answer B is correct? Make a choice. Make a choice. Good morning, Miss Isabella. Glad to see you. All right, stand up if you think it was A. Stand up if you think it's B. Stand up if you think it's C. Oh, C was not a very popular answer. All right, so it goes again. So look at our answer. It blends with its surroundings. Do the tadpoles hatching have anything to do with blending in with our surroundings? No, so it's not C. So I have some people for A and I have some people for B. So let's look at which one would be more correct. Again, so we're looking for evidence for blends in with its surroundings. All right, this little frog hangs onto the leaves with tiny round-ended toes. Does any of that have to do with blending in? Not yet. That seem almost to melt into the leaf. Is that about blending in? Yeah, that part has to do with blending in. Let's look at the second one. At such a height, the trees are covered with clouds all year round. Does that help them blend in? No. So unfortunately, it is A. Those of you who picked A, nice job, because they get that melting into the leaf. Are they actually melting? No, they're not like ice cream, right? They're not melting like ice cream. But it seems like we can't tell where the frog is toward and the leaf. They melt into each other. They seem to blend, right? Very nice. All right, so hopefully we're really getting that glass frog idea in our brain, because these are our learning targets for today. We are going to plan and draft an informational paragraph that has a clearly stated focus, uses facts, definitions, and details from the text to explain my ideas, and has a conclusion statement that reminds the reader of the focus of the piece. Did we do this with our polywogs? Yes, with our polywog, we made a polywog one. Today, instead of me just writing the whole thing, you are going to do some of the writing today. Some we'll do together, but I'm going to release you to decide some other sentences to go in. So that's why you have your EL spiral today, because you're going to do some writing. We also are going to go over some irregular verbs. Irregular verbs. Yeah, the last time we went over regular verbs. So those are the usual ones that follow rules. What do you think irregular verbs do? What do you think about the word irregular? Abby, what do you think? It doesn't necessarily follow the rules of just adding ed or the word will. Hello, Miss Booker. Can you come get your things? Thank you. All right. So I would like you to go back and briefly look at page 64. Nope, sorry. Went too far. 67. Nope. Yes, 67. Because that's what we worked on yesterday. Looks like this. Oh, you can't see my dot camera. 67, we wrote some notes, didn't we? We went through all of page 32 and 33 and we wrote some notes down. And so now we are going to take those notes and we are going to use them to organize our ideas for a paragraph. Now, does Mrs. Harrison always ask you to do a note catcher first? Yes, because that gets us organized and makes it easy, because then all we have to do is follow the note catcher to do our sentences. So your note catcher is on page 68. It's kind of hard that you have to flip the page, and I'm sorry, but I will try to make that as easy as I can. Oh, they just have to flip it. It's 67 and 68, but they're on the other side, but thank you. All right. So, remember how Mrs. Harrison said you were going to have to do a note catcher by yourself? Next Tuesday, you are going to write a note catcher by yourself. So you're going to want to make sure that you really pay attention today when we're doing one together, because you are going to have to do this on your own after reading some information on Tuesday. So, definition. What does definition mean? Lila Mars, what is a definition? It does help the reader do something, right? It helps the reader understand what? Anybody at home help me with what a definition helps us do? What does a definition help us do? It doesn't describe a noun necessarily. It tells us what a word means. Definition has the word define in it. Define is our root word. And, I don't know. Yeah. So define means to give an answer, basically, to give a clear answer. So a definition is basically, what does this word mean? Give the reader an answer about what that word means. So were there any words that we looked at on page 32 and 33 that somebody might not know? How about open your book, grab your frog book, look at page 32 and 33 and think about what words did we learn the meaning of that when we're writing a paragraph, our reader might need to know. What words did we learn? Max Fox. Canopy. We might need to tell somebody what a canopy is. Transparent. Anything else? Any other words that somebody might need to know? Parasitic. Nice job. Now, I want to look really closely at what the question is. One of the things that you're going to do next week is the research question is what we're going to answer with our paragraph. Okay? So, the question doesn't say, what is a glass frog? The question says, why is the glass frog so hard to see? So out of those three words, which two words should we focus on that are going to answer that question? Haley Booker? Transparent. We definitely want to make sure we answer transparent. We know what transparent means. Cole, what other one? So does parasitic have to do with being hard to, so parasitic was with the eggs, right? The male was protecting the eggs. Is it really about being hard to see? So even though we could define that word, is that a word we're going to focus on in our paragraph? Probably not. How about, oh, I misspelled canopy. Oh, Mrs. Harrison. There we go. This is what happens when Mrs. Harrison talks and writes at the same time. Sorry, I'm definitely not perfect, am I? All right, so where are they trying to blend in?
With their surroundings.
With their surroundings, and what is their surroundings? The canopy. So let's focus on these two. Now, Mrs. Harrison mentioned that when you're getting graded on this, you need to have at least 2, but if you want a grade of 4, you have to have more than that, right? You have to have more than 2. So you could you could write down what parasitic is, but I'm going to skip that for right now because that one's not really important to our paragraph. Okay, does that make sense? Why we're not going to focus on that one. What is the canopy? It can be something that covers you, but in this case, what is a canopy? Josh, yep. It's the top level, or it's the upper level of the trees in the rainforest, right? Upper level of trees in the rainforest. You should be copying this down. I see some people who are just sitting. That's a bummer. You need to be writing this down because we're going to use this for our paragraph, and this is your note catcher. Mr. Finn, are you writing it down? Canopy is the upper level of trees in the rainforest. Is it the very top level? No, it's one of the upper levels, isn't it? The very, very top, we decided you wouldn't want to be in because what would get you if you're a glass frog? The birds, right, Miss Astria? We don't want the birds to get us. So we're not on the very top, but we are on the upper level of the trees. All right. The next one, what does transparent mean? This is probably our most important word to give a definition to, right? Most important. Madison? Well, camouflage lets us blend in. That's what humans do, right? But is transparent mean camouflage? They don't both do the same thing, but they're not. That's camouflage isn't what transparent means. All right, I'm gonna go with bird.
You could see through it.
See through.
And guys, think about your spelling, because when we go to write our essays or paragraphs,
Ooh.
we can get the spelling correct on the first try if we use the book to help us.
Very good.
And
Yep. And yep. Maybe make it. Oh, there's my friend Ethan. I'll make it a little bit. Guys, you have to be. Yep. Use the book. And you know what? On page 67. On page 67, we actually wrote a lot of this stuff right here. Look. See through. Right there. You have the resources, don't you? You have all the resources. Mrs. Harrison is leading you through it, but really you have all the information. Okay? So what's another word for see-through? When you can see through something like the window, what's another word for that? You think, Marin? Clear. So we're going to write clear too. All right. Now we wrote down parasitic. I want to get a 4 so I can write my definition for parasitic as well. But I'm going to skip that for now because that doesn't go with my paragraph. All right. Facts. I need some facts now that are going to help me understand why the glass frog is so hard to see. So I need to come up with some facts that I can write in there. Where am I going to get my facts? I see Lyric's pointing at the book. Very good. Page 32, 33, or where else could you get your facts? From your page that we already wrote on, page 67, right? Now, are we focusing on their eggs right now? No. So are our facts going to be about the eggs? No. Are our facts going to be about how the tadpoles drop down? No. Now, are those good facts? Yes. But are they the ones we're going to use today? No, they're not. We're going to focus on what is the question, because the question is asking us something very particular. And so we're going to focus on that. All right. So what's a fact that we could add that we know about the glass frog that we got from page 32 or 33? What's a fact that we got from there? Look at that first paragraph on page 32. What did we learn? Looking for my friends at home, if they have an idea. I see a lot of people looking at me instead of their book. You should be looking at page 32 and 33. Mr. Jensen, go ahead and look at the book, page 32, 33, to find a fact for me. Good job, Ben, looking in the book. All right, Noah.
They live in Central and South America.
They do. Where and where?
In the rainforest.
In the rainforest. Okay. So they live in the rainforests. Oh, it's an S. Of Central and South. There's my capitals. Okay. Capital C, capital S, capital A, because that's a place. We've always capitalized places. Now, guys, look, we wrote this in here. So you don't have to be frantic to copy the board. It's also right there. I see Max Fox doing a great job. He picked up his book. He's finding where in his book it says Central and South America, so he can just copy it from his book. Good job, Max Fox. Thank you, Miss Sunny, for looking. All right. Why is it good to spell it correctly in the first place? Because when we're doing it, Marin? When we're doing it, well, we're not going to do it on the computer, but on our paragraph, you're right. When we're writing our paragraph, which sometimes will be on the computer, you are right. It'll already be spelled correctly for us. Okay, so they live in the rainforests of Central and South America. That is a fact, right? What is a detail? What part of the rainforest do they live in? What part of the rainforest, Marin?
Central and South.
Okay, so that's Central and South America, but in the rainforest, where do they live? What was one of the words we used up here? All right, in the canopy. So that's a detail, right? They sit on what? But what part of the canopy? What part of the tree?
Upper part.
Yep. What? On the leaves, right? They sit on leaves in the canopy. All right? They sit on leaves in the canopy. What's so cool about what happens when they sit on the leaves of the canopy? What do? It makes them hard to see. I love Marin's got her hand up over and over again. Guys, I need everybody focused here. I see some of you, especially at home, not getting these things down. You're going to want them for your paragraph. Oh, look at those hands. That's better. Max Duesberg. They live, right. They said, so you could add that. I think when we said canopy, that would probably help us know that it was the upper level. Okay. But what do they do in that surroundings? Noah? They blend in. Guess what? That's our next fact. Very good. They blend in with their what? Surroundings. What part of them blends in, did we learn? Lyric. What part, especially what part of their body? Remember how we learned about their toes? Their toes, remember that picture? If you look at the picture, their toes seem to melt into the leaves, right? Their toes, and we could put their round-ended toes melt into the leaves. So here's the sentence. This is a fact. They live in the rainforest of Central and South America, right? This is a detail. Where in the rainforest did they sit or do they live? They sit on leaves in the canopy. Do you see how this is a detail that goes with this fact? It's more specific. This one says they blend in with their surroundings. How do they blend in with their surroundings? Their round-ended toes melt into the leaves. Do you see how this one is more specific than this one? But they're both true, right? And it's not saying the same thing over and over again. It's just this is a general fact, and this is more specific about that fact. Does that make sense? Now, there are two here. Mrs. Harrison, if this was Mrs. Harrison and she was getting a grade from Mrs. Woodland, Mrs. Woodland's going to grade our assessments again next week. And if I was trying to get a good grade, my friends, especially you at home as well, when you're filling in your work, Mrs. Woodland's going to look for at least 2 definitions to get a 3. If you get 3 or more, you could earn a 4. She's going to want at least 2 facts that go along again with the question. If there are 2 facts, she's going to give you a 3. So what if we want a 4? We're going to have to add more facts, aren't we? So could I add one more fact in here? I could. Could I? What would be useful? Look on page 33. What else goes with hard to see, but also as another fact? Lyric, what do you think? Very good. They're more see-through underneath, right? So I could add that as my third thing. I could say, I could just read it directly from there. You know, like they are more transparent from beneath. They could. Well, if they want a 4 for Mrs. Woodland, they want to write that because I'm going to let you look at your workbook to help you on your test. So you're going to have this as an example to show you what we need you to do. And if you model for yourself a 4, are you more likely to do 4 work on the test? I hope so. All right. So they are more transparent from beneath. What is a detail that goes with that? Look at page 33. What's a detail that goes with that? A little more specific something that goes with that sentence right there. A detail. Noah? Oh, bing, 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 bing. Awesome job. So let's add that to the bottom and add one more detail. You can see their hearts beating. Now, some of these sentences might be exactly from the book. Does that mean they're my thoughts or the book's thoughts? So if a sentence is exactly from the book, is it fair to that author for me to take credit for their work? No. So if I write something exactly from the book, then I need to put quotation marks around it, okay? So if I had copied, you can even see their hearts beating busily in their chests. Because that's what the sentence says, right, Noah? If I did that, what would I have to put around that sentence, Max Fox? I would have to put quotation marks because it's not my words, it's the other author's words. Now, did I put exactly that same sentence? No. Do I have to put quotation marks around it? No, because I reworded it, didn't I, Paxton? I used Mrs. Harrison words instead of the author's words. So when you are doing this, if you want to copy a sentence directly, that is acceptable as a fact or a detail. But what do you have to do? You have to put quotation marks if it's exact. If you just copy it exactly from the book, then you have to put quotation marks. All right, Miss Isabella, does that make sense? That if you write it directly from the book, you have to put quotation marks. If you rewrite it in your own words, then you're good. You don't have to put quotation marks. If you reword it, all of my sentences I put in my words instead of the author's words because I wanted to make it ready for our paragraph. Okay? All right. So now we have our note catcher. So what's going to happen next? What's our job? We plan. So now we need to write. But before we actually write, we have to come up with a focus statement. As one sentence that we're going to copy in just a minute that answers the question, why is the glass frog hard to see? Why is the glass frog hard to see? I can't talk today apparently. Oh, you got him? Okay, thank you. Is there anybody at home who can tell me the answer to that question? Why is the glass frog so hard to see? Well, we've got some hands here. Lyric's on fire today, but I was hoping for somebody at home that could have their hand up. All right, Lyric, give it to us. Well, their name, we're going to talk about their name in a minute because that's going to help us with our introductory sentence in a minute. So you're on the right track. It's because they're what? They're see-through. All right. So let's go ahead and say, okay, so we're going to say you're right. You got to kind of write little. I'm not going to make you write a big source here of the whole name of the book, but just know you're going to have to write kind of little. So which frog? The glass frog. You should be writing this because this is your example for next week, Miss Elena. You got to write it down. The glass frog is this normal to be see-through? No. What's the word we used? It is transparent, but it's unique, isn't it? Yeah. Yes, the glass frog is unique because unique is U-N-I, U-N-E, and then we have an E at the end. Unique, Q-U-E, because it is what? What's that word we keep using? Transparent. Transparent. And by being transparent, what does that help it do? Marin? Right, and when we don't want to get eaten, we survive, right? So we're going to add that. It is transparent to help it survive. That is our focus statement. Why is it hard to see? Well, it's not just hard to see because it's transparent. Why is it hard to see? Because if it wasn't, it might get eaten, right? So that's going to be, guess what? That's one of our sentences we're going to write in a minute. When you make your plan, when you make your focus statement plan, guess what you get to do? You get to copy that one later. It's like a freebie sentence, okay? All right, what was our source? What pages did we use today? We got to make sure we use our page 32 and 33. We have to make sure that we write down what our source is. Okay, Paxton, did you get your page numbers written down? Make sure you get your page. I'm going to give you a hint. You might use this note catcher later, besides just today. And it would be very helpful if you know where the glass frogs are because you wrote down your page numbers. Hint, hint. All right. Okay. So now it's time. We have planned. We have a focus statement, so we're almost ready for that. And now we're going to go ahead and write our paragraph. So you need a blank piece of paper in your, what? Oh, who did? Logan, did you have your hand up, buddy? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to miss you.
I was gonna ask to go to the bathroom.
Oh, go for it, buddy. You can do that. Yep. All right. So we're going to look at, all right, where is my, where'd it go? If something's wrong, where? You have no chat. You can chat? But there's no, yes. Okay, all I have in my chat is Ben saying hi, which, good morning, Ben. Yeah. Maybe nobody needed a chat today. This is awesome. All right, so we have certain parts. Here's our polywog one. Oh, gotta get rid of my, this was our polywog paragraph. We started out with a sentence, an introductory sentence. Polywog is another word for tadpole, which is a baby frog. We gave our reader something to understand, right? Before we just jumped into polywogs. We're going to do that with the glass frog as well. Think about the name glass frog, like Lyric brought up. Is it really glass?
No.
So if I start a whole paragraph about glass frogs, is my reader maybe going to be confused? We are experts now. We know that it's what? A glass frog is a what? It's a type of frog. So guess what we're going to tell our reader? It's a type of frog. So let's start with that as our introductory sentence. A sentence to get our reader understanding what we're about to write. So again, the question we're answering is, why is the glass frog so hard to see? So what could be the title of our paragraph? Glass frog. All right, I'm not gonna write this whole thing for you. I am just we're gonna do part of it together and then you're gonna write part of it on your own. So glass frog is our title. All right. So we need an introductory sentence. We said we should tell them it's a type of frog. So let's do that. So I'm gonna indent my sentence and I'm gonna move it over. I'm gonna start a little over. The glass frog is a type of frog. I'm going to skip lines just so you can see easier. Oh. Yep. Oh. The glass frog is a type of frog. Is that going to help our reader understand that we're not talking about some like really pretty like knickknack?
No.
It's going to, well, because we're not talking about a pretty glass knickknack or something, right? So, but they're not going to be looking at that. They're going to be reading our paragraph. Okay, so now do you think they have the mindset of what they're going to read about? They're going to read about a type of frog. Okay. All right. Next comes our focus statement. Do we have a focus statement?
Yes.
Did we already write it? Yes. Can we just copy it then? Yes. So let's go for it. The glass frog is a type of frog. You don't have to copy it here. You have it on your plan. You wrote it on your plan. Yeah, you should still have your plan out because you're going to need them because I'm not writing this whole thing for you. You're using your plan to write. The glass frog is unique. Logan, are you busy writing? All right. You look so calm. I can see Leo is busy writing. Mr. Ben, are you writing it with me? Mr. Ben? Ben Bowers. Are you writing with this paragraph with me? You writing it with me? All right. Jensen looks like he's writing busy. Charlie, are you writing this with me? We're writing together. Isabella, you're good? Because it is transparent. Am I done yet? Nope. 2. Why is it transparent? Thank you. To help it survive. All right. I'm done, right?
No.
No. Nope, nope, nope. We're not quite done yet. Because what do we have to do? If we're trying to teach someone, we are the experts. We're trying to teach them why glass frogs are hard to see. So we have to give them some more information, don't we? Yeah, we got to teach some more. Where do you think we're going to get those ideas? What did you just fill out, friends? Your note catcher. Did we just come up with some good details and facts to tell your people about? Okay, so I'm going to go briefly back to our pollywog one. All right, so we said pollywogs move by wiggling because they have no legs. That was our focus statement, right? And then we said tadpoles have a mouth, tail, and gills and live in the water. Because it's important to know that they live in the water, so they have to do what? They have to swim. So wiggling helps tadpoles get around easily in the water. They wiggle their tails like a fish to move. Those were details to explain how they wiggle. Okay? So those were the details that we had in our note catcher to help. What I would like you to do is I want you to try. You're going to do this on your own with your note catcher. I need 3 more sentences. Now, it's not the last. We're going to do a conclusion sentence at the end, and I'm going to help you with the conclusion sentence, okay? We'll write that one together. But I want you to write 3 more sentences. And where should those sentences come from?
Your plan.
Your plan. Should you copy them directly from your plan, do you think? No. No. Your plan is exactly that, right? It's just your notes. It's not sentences that'll be interesting necessarily to your reader, right? So you are going to choose those as facts and details. Now, did we have lots of facts and details? Yes. Do you have to use all of them?
No.
No, because Mrs. Harrison gave you extra. I want at least 3 more sentences. Should you just do random sentences?
No.
No, they need to make sense with our question, right? Why are glass frogs hard to see? Are we going to talk about eggs dripping off leaves?
No.
No. Are we going to talk about their the parasitic flies?
No.
Not right now. That's not part of our thing. So I want 3 more sentences that make sense to go in this paragraph. Okay? Now, would it make sense to put your fact and a detail together that go together? Yes. Would it make sense to do maybe 2 facts and a detail? Yes. Probably. Should you just do 3 details? No, probably not. So I would choose facts and details. You need to choose 3 at least, okay? Could you combine 2 into 1 sentence? Ooh. Could you do that?
Yes.
So I'm looking, I think my friend borrowed, you still have my thing that we, yeah, Miss Robin.
To Evie.
Abby, thank you. All right, can I write that back for a second? All right, so I'm looking here, I'm trying to give you another hint before I let you go and let you work on it. I'm not letting you go off of Zoom, just, let you go work for a minute. So I'm thinking here, Central and South America, that goes with canopy, doesn't it? Could I combine those 2 things together? Could I say they live on the leaves in the canopy of the rainforest? Could I say they live on the rainforest leaves in Central and South America? Could I combine those ideas together to make sense? Yes. Okay. So I'm just giving you some ideas because I know that just looking at this, it looks like a lot, right? But think about what's the best way you can use that information to help your reader understand about glass frogs. Okay? All right. I want 3 more sentences. So everybody right now, decide what you're going to use from your plan and write 3 more sentences. Go. Don't leave me. Just write. I'm going to ask for some people to give me some examples of what they wrote in their paragraph.
Am I allowed to say like tree? Glass frogs live in canopies at the top of the trees on the leaves.
Yeah.
On the central side of
Give it a shot. You bet. Okay. So my friends at home, I'm going to walk away for a minute, but if you have a question, I can, well, I think they're working. I think they're all working, but does anybody at home? Yes, Logan.
Can I share my first sentence?
Ooh, can you hold on for a minute? I want everybody, I will come to you first, I promise, okay?
Okay.
Go ahead, but I want some other people to get some ideas down before so they don't write Logan's idea down, okay? Does that make sense? So, okay, you keep writing your other 2, and I will come back to you, I promise. You're writing 3 more sentences. 3 more sentences. Use your information on. You're focusing on your facts. This part here, right? Use this to write your 3 more sentences. What should every sentence have at the beginning, friends? Capital. What does every sentence need to have at the end? Period. Punctuation of some sort. Mostly period.
They're looking at page 68 to get down.
You have to look at page 68. We came from facts and details. You're writing from that information. It's okay to have your frog book open as well to help you if you need it. But remember, we already wrote our plan. This is our plan. It should help us.
So you're going to take information from here to put in here. Right? But first, it's a focus statement. You take this plan, how to divide. And that's right here, too.
Capital, beginning of your sentence.
Your capital L.
No stray capitals. No stray capitals.
Can I change this to in
Yep. Yep. This is your sentence.
There's a place.
So the idea is that you're not writing my sentences, you're writing your sentences.
If it's a place, does it have to be a capital?
Yes. That's why we on our plan, so capital.
I got it.
Now remember, these are sentences in a paragraph. They're not a list, they're a paragraph. So the sentences go together. That's our plan. That's a list. Your paragraph are sentences that go together, like our polywogs, right? Like our polywogs are done. And here are 3 sentences. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna come from this information here, right? Yeah, okay.
I think that's this one too.
All right. Give me, on the fingers from 1 to 3, how many more minutes you think you need? 0 if you're done, 1 minute if you think you just need 1 more minute, 2 or 3. Okay, it looks like I need a happy medium of a 2 minutes. Gonna give 2 more minutes. And then I'm gonna take some examples, and then we're gonna do our last paragraph because I have to do one more thing. I have to hit those irregular verbs before we're done today. All right. So we've got 2 more minutes. 2 more minutes, my friends at home. 2 more minutes. If you're done, should you be editing and revising, making sure it says what you really should say?
Yes.
Looking for capitals, spelling. If you think you're done, make sure that it's the best it can be. Yes, make sure that these are your words, not mine. Mrs. Harrison wrote that last one.
We use 2 sentences of this.
Hey guys, only indent your first word
Oh,
in a
yes.
paragraph. You would write all your sentences all the way up to that pink line.
All the way to this line right here.
Yeah, that's why
Yep, it's not, remember I said it's not a list, it's a paragraph, right? All the sentences go in a row or go together.
That's why I changed the page.
Yep.
All of them is going like this here.
Okay,
Yep, the first sentence would be indented. That's how you know this paragraph, right?
there we go. We indented that first one. Okay, you got about 30 more seconds. If you're not done, it's okay. You're going to continue. I'm just going to start sharing some ideas. You still need to write your 3 sentences.
Continue when you're sharing ideas.
Yep, you should continue while I'm sharing ideas. Yes, I promised Logan I'd let him share first. I'll do Logan and then Josh, and then I probably need to hit our conclusion sentence and our verbs. All right, Mr. Logan Peters, unmute, my friend.
My first
All right, nice and
sentence-
loud because you're on. Everybody's hearing you.
My first sentence was glass frogs live in the rainforests and in the trees.
Okay, very nice. What was your next one?
Glass frogs sit on leaves and blend in with the leaves.
All right,
Basically, what I'm writing just.
very nice. And your grand finale one, your last one.
Glass frogs' toes look like they melt in the leaves.
Very nice. Now, so Mr. Logan, what I noticed was you used glass frogs, glass frogs, glass frogs at the beginning of every sentence. Is there another word pronoun you could have used for one of those so that it wasn't so repetitive? What word could you put instead of glass frogs?
They.
They, very good. That breaks it up a little bit so it's not the same beginning each time. Josh Carter, you're going to say a sentence. I'm going to say it out loud so my friends at home can hear, okay?
Do something called camouflage. Camouflage means they blend in. They blend in because of predators.
Okay, so Josh Carter focused on that glass frogs do something called camouflage. It helps them blend in. What was that last one again, Mr. Josh?
They camouflage because of predators.
They camouflage because of predators. Did the predators make them? So let's think about that. They camouflage so they can survive predators?
Yeah.
Okay. So my friend Josh just got us into what he was thinking about. Why again why are they so hard to see? Guess what that's going to do? That's going to take us back to our conclusion sentence. Our conclusion sentence, sorry, Miss Haley, I got to move on. Our conclusion sentence is our last sentence. It's going to wrap it up, right? It's going to take us back to our focus statement. So let's look real quick at our polywogs. Over many weeks, they grow legs and change into frogs, but until they do, wiggling is the best way to get around. See how it went back to the wiggling that we had up in the focus statement. So now we're going to do that same idea. We want to go back to the surviving, like Josh said. So we need one more sentence to wrap it up, right? So we are going to, and then, so instead of starting with glass frogs, I'm going to just start with these frogs. So I'm going to leave this space. This is all your stuff. These frogs. Oh, nope, you can't. Oh, what did I open? Oh no, I opened the wrong thing. Oh goodness, clicked on Smartboard. That's so good. These frogs have see-through. So have I used see-through yet in my paragraph? I didn't, but I have transparent. What if somebody didn't know what transparent meant? If I put see-through down here, does that help them understand it?
Yes.
Yes. These frogs have see-through skin, so they can hide from what? Predators.
I have one more. I have 4 sentences.
That's fine. You can have an extra. That's fine. So that's our. So we need a conclusion. So you should copy that down after your 3. So if you finished your 3, you need a wrap up sentence, right? So it had to go. Well, why? Why are they so hard to see? Well, they are hard because they have see-through skin. And why do they have see-through skin? So they can hide from predators. Did you get that down, Henrik? Did you get that sentence down? Okay, are you doing? Mr. Charlie Carr, did you get this last sentence written down? I know you're really far back there. I can try to make it bigger.
Can we do a different conclusion if we want to?
Because if it has some of those ideas that wrap it up, right?
This sentence kind of has see-through stuff.
Okay, that's great.
And secondary. Okay, that's.
I know, I'm moving it. Hold on. Is that better? Okay. So we had an introductory sentence. We had a focus statement. We had some facts and details. 1, 2, 3. At least 3. Miss Abby had 4. Somebody else might have had 4 as well. That's good. And then we have a conclusion sentence. So how many sentences should you have at least? 6. Double check that you have 6 capitals and 6 periods, or 6 end marks. I might have used even an exclamation mark if I was really excited about one of my sentences. Should I have any question marks though? No, because what am I trying to do right now? I'm trying to teach. Questions would make it a little bit hard to be teaching. All right, my friends. So today we went through that process of planning, doing our note catcher, making sure we had all of our parts, and writing our paragraph. All right, we went through all those steps. Phew! Okay, we have, oh gosh, one more thing that I'm going to try to get to really quickly. All right, where did they go? All right, can I have you turn, please, to page, oh my goodness. I was so organized and then I moved everything. To page in your book. Page 84, please. 84. 84, because we have some irregular, there they are. I know I don't have very much time, so we're gonna cruise through this because all these words are super short. Page 34, oh, I gotta make it smaller again. Give me a thumbs up when you at home have page 34 ready to go, or sorry, 84. I don't know why 34 came up, 84. All right. So irregular verbs do not follow the regular way. And in this case, we have the verb to be. To be is not an action word. It's not jumping. It's not carrying. It's not smacking. Some of those words we used on the other page. So we're going to look at I, and so this is going to be where's what do I want? Okay. So, I and I'm trying to describe myself. To be means what? How am I at the moment? I am tired. So I am is going to go there. Page 84. I am tired. Yesterday I was tired. So I'm not going to put tired. I'm just going to say tomorrow I will what? Be. Will be. So we're not putting the tired in there. I just put tired as an example. You yesterday, you were tired? Were. You, how many of you are tired today? Yeah, okay. Are you getting this written down, Miss Lena? Tomorrow, will you be tired? Yes, you think so? So tomorrow will be tired. I hope not. I hope you get some good sleep. She, what would I put in there? She, yesterday, she was tired? Yep, was tired. Yes, it's in this case too. She, I was, she was, you were. See how they change as they go on? She, what would that go in? She is tired. He is tired. It is tired. He or she or it will be tired. We, who thinks they know what it's going to be? We, in the past. Max Fox. We what? We're tired. Very good. We, Lyric, what's now? We are tired. Hey, you need to be writing this down on page 83, please. Or 80, yep, 84, sorry. 84. Tomorrow, will we be tired? I hope not. Will be. You, now this you is not the same you here. This you is one of you. This you is all of you. Okay, so it's going to go again. You were tired. You are tired, or you are fabulous. There you go. And you will be fabulous tomorrow. All right. And they, what do you think, Astria? What would we put next to they? They, yesterday they were tired. They were tired. They are tired. They will be. All right.
My arm's tired from writing this.
You will be tired from writing?
Yeah.
All right. All right. I will hit the beginning of this before I give the test on Monday because we are out of time. All right. So we will finish page 84 at the beginning of class on Monday. All right, my friends. My friends at home, make sure that you get all of your paragraph written, okay, if you didn't finish. And the top of page 84, because we're going to hit, because you're going to need it for the test on Monday and Tuesday, okay? Thank you, Miss Astria, for giving me some nods. Excellent. All right, give me a thumbs up if you have the top, if you got all that filled out for me. Thank you. Oh, good job. Thanks, Charlie. Awesome. All right, Miss Haley, did you get that for me? All right. Thanks, friends. Okay, I'm going to see you guys later. I'll see you guys at 12:45.
Bye.